Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Huntermun, and this is Breath of Fire Improved, and we are about to get back to the battle that we tried to start before, or that we tried to finish before. We started, right, but we didn't get it done. We didn't get her done. We need to revert Karn. We have some AP healing items, which hopefully will be enough in case we need them for something. And we're going to move forward from here. I just realized, actually, for the best result, just in case, so I think I need the infinity form. I do anything for you, please be my friend? Yes? Let's be friends. Reuse the power of infinity to reveal her true evil! I am not! I am blameless! She'll fool you with her innocent looks. She's evil, but she'll hide it. Don't be fooled. Also, Sarah, aren't you supposed to be dead? I forgot to ask that last time. Excuse me. Infinity! Time for Dragon Tour! Well, I press button now. You can't take me on in a fight! You're only humans! I'm kind of dragon, a little bit. I'll destroy you all! Whoa, red in the face. Yikes. I don't believe this! Wooga wooga booga wooga. Way to go, 16-bit artwork. Yikes. Yikes, I say. Excuse me. Infinity! Every time. Let's rock. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh no, all your heads are attacking. What the? Why did 99 do half her health bar? Goddess is intrigued. I don't like the sound of that. Wait, what was that? Man, guys, could you not have put an animation on this awesome Infinity Dragon? Especially because this is a later game, right? This is a port. This is a remake of an original game. Like, this is GBEA. Let's go. Put some animation in here. Big crash. Alright, casting. Nope. Iteming. Vitamin. Oop. Alright, one of you is a little faster than me. Big crash. Would you like some big crunch? Who wants a raw tilt? This is just pressing the same button over and over again. I'm doing 99s, and it's like, I don't know. part of me thinks about if I am making a JRPG someday soon, that like I don't want the boss fights to just I definitely don't want them to end up being two opposing forces standing against each other just pressing a button over and over again. I definitely don't want that. I want something between Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter. Like, try and imagine that. Like, I want somewhere between there. The ability to take out people on your own terms. Like, if you could... Being able to beat a boss by sneaking up on them and shanking them, I want that as an option. I don't want them to automatically have to fight you. And this is... Like, the opponent here has 2 or 3 attacks, and I have 1 in this form. And if this is originally in the original game for the Super Nintendo, then I guess I have to ask the question, why wasn't this portion right here improved? I don't even think I have arms. I'm not sure, but I don't think I have arms. I think instead of arms I have wings? How many times have I done 999 damage? Is there any other way to do this? Is this supposed to feel epic? I can't say that it feels epic. I put a lot of hours into this game. I'm allowed to have some complaints. Like, what is this business right now? I'm just... Okay, hold on. Oh, I did it. It didn't have like a giant explosion or anything like that. I assume that wasn't the final boss. Where am I standing? You can't win, humans! This is but temporary. Temporary as in you'll be back in the sequel temporary, or temporary as in I have more to do? I shall return! Burst into flames. I can't move right now. I can't move right now. Just making sure I had my selection. Oh no! It's Link to the Past! Guys, we need to move. We should move. Why are we just standing still, guys? Nina can fly. There's white down there, blue down there. I assume that that's sky and not like a bottomless abyss. Guys, seriously, move! What the hell? Why did you just stand? What kind of thing was that? That's what I just said! Nina can fly! And now we're all Nina. No, I don't know. The Windaean soldiers just showed up randomly and saved us? Yes, they showed up randomly and saved us. Sarah says, I'm proud of you, Ryu. You turned the tables on the goddess of destruction. You and your companions completed the mission of the legendary warriors. This is the beginning of a new legend. I have watched you succeed, so I have no regrets in leaving you. Wait! Ryu, you talk? Goodbye, Ryu. You made me proud. You are a true warrior. Dragon, you have done well. I'll remember that you saved the world. Yeah, I wrote my story with you, didn't I? Don't you have my whole story? This is the beginning of a new legend. That's what she just said. I thought all the Breath of Fire games were largely non-connected. Nina, it's finally over. Karn did his silly jump thing. It's about time! Dragon Lord, there is still much work for you. What? You must help those who lost much during the war. Can't we take a break? A real hero doesn't quit until the job is done. We're making history! We'll all be legends someday. Okay, guys, everybody calm down about being legends. That's right. Oh, don't forget, you still owe me money. Again with the money! Is he worthy of hero status? Let's go! They all say together. Soldier Nina, we should return to the castle. The king is waiting. There's still a lot of work left to be done. Tell father that I will return when I'm ready. Hello, Burb. Romero. I assume Nina is flying us all over the place. More people, more people. Yes, he already learned that technique. And then he used it one time. Ox is like, what? Oh, Diaz just decides to go back to sleep? Oh, Ox's kid! Hey, that's nice. Giant Goby. What were you doing, Carmen? Were you about to steal from the shop? Because you're in Bleak now? Oh, wait. Is everybody leaving the party one at a time? She seems happy about it. You thinking about the robot, Nina? Wonder if he shows up in the sequel. Leaving Bo at home. Seeing him off, I guess. Using the back door to Windea? Why? Go through the front. This is nice. This is nice. I like games that give like a little epilogue. It doesn't seem as uplifting. What is this supposed to... Are you guys working on the town? What are you doing? Walking away from the sunset. Possibly sunrise. Was Sarah really that important? At the bookends of the story, I guess. Breath of Fire. It doesn't say improved, though. This was Breath of Fire improved. Alright, guys. I don't know if anything else is going to be, like, displayed in the credits, so... This is usually where I reserve a spot to talk about my review and thoughts of the game. So, while I'm looking at these lovely 16-bit assets that I hope to have some version of later, overall, I thought it was pretty good. But I will say that in all the ways that it wasn't good, it was really bad. And that wasn't anything to do with combat, and it wasn't location or character design, it wasn't enemy design. It was JRPG tropes was really the problem. Primarily the issue where, like, for the most part, not entirely, but almost entirely, it did that thing where when you go to one town in the game and you do the plot thing concerning that town, you've solved that town, and then you no longer do that town. And that's really unfortunate. You don't really see a lot of, like, growth and progress. For each town, it would be damaged or something like that, and then you'd go through and do the plot, and then after doing the plot, segment, you'd go back to the town and you'd see that you'd solve things. And that one town that Mal made sure I went back to at the very beginning of the game, where they like put a statue up of Ryu because he helped out and stuff like that. And that's really nice, but there's not a lot of reason to ever go back to any of the other towns except for when you're trying to get to certain places to like get items and stuff like that. But I would say the game's overall biggest problem ends up being its lack of conveyance. If you've ever seen like the original sequelitis of Mega Man X, the idea of conveyance is just how the game actually, either by on-screen information or by dialogue or whatever, by its actions, informs you what it is that you need to do next. And this game was very bad about telling you what to do next once you got about, I'm going to say, 2/3 of the way through it. I think I started stumbling around Prima, really, which I believe was the underwater city's name. Well, no. Actually, I guess I kind of stumbled most of the time starting at, like, the gold bar, and the icicle, and the way the thing is named, and yada yada, and you have to cross the desert, and then how the flute works, and all this stuff. I miss all those people, and me, apparently. Why am I the bug? That's not nice. Thanks for playing. Yeah, actually, it's a giant problem of conveyance. That's a nice end screen. The game really doesn't make itself clear about the next objective a lot of time. Yeah, you know what? Even thinking back to, like, Romero at night and stuff like that, there are some things that you could have drawn a conclusion to, but I guess, at the minimum, it really would have been nicer to have NPCs have dialogue that would have occasionally pointed you in the right direction. To be continued. Was that in the original game, or did they just do that because when they did the remake on GBA, they knew there was going to be more game? Overall, if I was rating it by today's scores, I'd probably give it, like, a 7, maybe a little less. Because the truth is, and kind of like Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake before it, I look at this game and I think to myself, I wouldn't have beaten it when I was young. Because when I was young, we wouldn't have had the internet, people wouldn't have known the secrets, and I would have just gotten annoyed with it and stopped playing at the first time that I hadn't figured out what it was I needed to do next. Which might have been Romero, right? And if it wasn't Romero, it would have been, Bo has a secret power that lets him go through the woods. I don't remember if the game told me that. Might have been that. After that, it might have been the situation between, I think it was Aurea, the gold city, and Bleak, the city of thieves, going back and forth, doing the gold bar, getting the icicle, and being able to move forward through the foot. Because the thing is, at least in something like Pokemon, the game doesn't let you go forward to find out you can't go forward. It stops you, which is something that really badly annoys me in Pokemon in its linear sense. Like, you have to have cut to go through the tree to go on, but also if you go on, you wouldn't be able to go forward, so we don't let you go through the tree. You need to pick up the cut, but cut comes from beating the gym, which is what you need to do next, which is why you can't go on, because you can't get through the tree, because you need to do the gym in the area, and we're not going to let you go on and not do that. Yada yada. Breath of Fire probably actually needs a little bit more of that, where it would have, if the game was going to be as actually linear as it ended up being, in the grand scheme of things, it really should have stopped me from going forward and going on to the next area when I would get all the way to the end of the area and then find out I was missing an item, I was missing a spell, I was missing something from a character interaction, whatever it was, it needed to not do that. But again, I like the buildup of the characters. They're kind of like almost like built-in Unity missions from Mass Effect 2, or what's loyalty missions. But they're along the main plot, so you can't like avoid them. You can't avoid picking characters up if you don't feel like it. I don't know. It's not a bad game, but maybe that's because of modern conveniences. Maybe back then it actually was a bad game. It seems like a pretty decent production value for a JRPG, but in the grand scheme of things, yeah. Yeah, no. I think I'll give it a 6. I think I won't give it a 7, I'll give it a 6. If I had to do on a scale of 1 to 10, if you play it now, definitely use a guide, and maybe even use a cheat that makes your characters really high level, so you're just doing the story stuff. But then again, I got lost in the story a bunch of times because so many events were happening between what I was doing and what I was completing. I guess what I'll end with is, ultimately, I'm glad that I have this under my belt. I'm glad that I've played this game. It's a good experience to have, but yeah, I might not recommend somebody play it. Like, I can recommend you play Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2 nowadays with a walkthrough, because just the doing of the game, like the story and the forward momentum of the plot, is really good and interesting. But in this game, like, if you turn off the leveling and you just made yourself super powerful by using a cheat code or something like that, then actually doing the plot stuff in this game is kind of tedious. And what progresses you forward through the plot is the need to do the next thing and not some overarching forward desire. Like, there are MacGuffins in the game. There are 6 things you got to pick up to go on with the main plot, but you will pick them up in a specific forward order. You're not like a Link Between Worlds, given like you need to get these items going whatever direction you feel like it, which would be really cool. I don't know. Yeah, overall, I don't want to say it's a bad game, but it is an old game, and it might actually, because of its age and because of its inefficiencies and bad conveyance, it might not be fun for most people to play. So, I don't know exactly. This has been Breath of Fire Improved, presented by Improvision Entertainment. I've been Huntermun, and I will see you in the future.